Hey everyone, my name's Ian and I'm the founder of HostedHooks. Today I want to walk you through a quick demo on how to get started on HostedHooks and how it all kind of works behind the scenes. So this is the first step. You would come to a sign up screen. I've gone ahead and filled this all out for you. You hit sign up and you will be brought to a screen that is going to ask for some company or organization details. This is the name of your company and the contact email that you'd want to use. We will use the name to inform your subscribers about what application they're subscribing to, and then the email is just for transactional stuff, status updates if webhook fails, something along those lines. So you go ahead, hit save organization, and you're brought to this getting started page. We wanted to make it as simple as possible for you to get up and running as quickly as you can. And so we've laid this out in a way that will get you sending messages through the application as quickly as possible. To start off, you have an API key. This is the API key that you're going to use for all API requests to HostedHooks. You can find it here in your settings account page. And you'll be passing it in as a classic bearer token in the header of your API request. And then next up, we've got a bit of a few resources that I want to walk through to kind of just give you a high level of how HostedHooks is architected. It all starts off with your application. Your organization, the company you just created within HostedHooks, can have many apps. Maybe your company has multiple services that have different subscribers to them or different users, and you want to notify subscribers respectively for each application. You would create multiple apps for those applications or those services in your environment. We've gone ahead, for the sake of this demo, to create a demo app for you, and you'll see that in your instance once you get through this getting started page. Following the app, your apps will have things called webhook events. These are the events occurring within your application that you want to notify your subscribers of. If you've used anything like Stripe before, you'll be familiar with this convention. We wanted to stick to it. It's just a namespace with the event. We recommend sticking to that, but it's totally up to you. These are just strings that we store and match against. For the sake of the demo, we've created one for you. It's called user created. So, for example, a user's created in your system and you want to notify your subscribers of it. This would be the webhook event you would create, and your subscribers would subscribe to that. So next up, the subscribers. These are the companies, the applications, the users that are subscribing to updates from your application. We've gone ahead and created one for you, but these subscribers need to create things called endpoints, which they can have many of. The endpoints are metadata for what we're going to send them and where we're going to send it. So for example, they're going to create an endpoint with a URL, and that URL is going to be a endpoint on their application where we can send requests to. You can update the status. We've set it to active for now. And we've subscribed webhook events to this endpoint. And so this is, a subscriber would come in and they would choose what events they want to subscribe to. They can do all, they can do some. It's really up to them. For the sake of the demo, we've subscribed them to user created, so they will receive updates from that trigger. And then lastly, it's the payload, the message that you're going to be sending to HostedHooks that we are then going to take, ingest, route, and send out to your subscribers. It's really pretty simple. The data payload or data object is an open JSON blob. You can put whatever you want in there. For the sake of this, if you have a user created event being triggered, maybe you put the ID of the user, and then they would use that ID to then hit your API later on. If you wanted to put more data in there, you could. It's totally up to you and customizable. The version is a way to version your endpoints. Let's say you needed to update the payload and you didn't want to break everyone's existing functionality. You would up the version, and then those new versions wouldn't be sent to the subscribers that haven't subscribed to the newer version. Event type, this designates what event is being triggered. We use this to match for the subscribers. And then the event ID is used for item potency. So we want to make sure that we don't send multiple of the same messages. You generate this unique ID on your end, and we validate on the uniqueness of it. And then this is an example curl request. So we've constructed an API call that you can make from your computer right now with all of the prerequisite data in it to the correct endpoint. And you can just copy paste this into terminal. You can see here the authorization bearer header, which is going to be the token that we had up above. Content type application JSON. This is the data blob. So this is a test. The version, event type, event ID. And then you'll see here, this is the API endpoint that you're going to be hitting. And so what's going to happen now is I'm going to copy paste this into terminal, and we're going to see, so this is the URL on the subscriber would have set up to receive that webhook. This is something really cool that we built. It is basically an endpoint that receives requests and allows you to inspect those requests. If you ever use something like request bin, this is the same functionality. We just didn't want you to have to leave HostedHooks to use it, so we built one within it. And so we'll be able to, if this works, see the request go through from my computer to the HostedHooks server, get ingested, routed, and then sent out to the subscriber's URL, which we are mocking as this endpoint right now. And so I'm going to click on this in a new tab. You can see there's no requests here yet. I'm going to come in here, I'm going to copy this, jump into terminal, I'm going to send this. There we go. We got a successful response. And then I'm going to come back to the hook helper, and there we go. A post just came in, and we can click on this and we can review the body. We can see the headers. We can see all of the details. And so this now allows you to inspect this and simulate what a subscriber would be receiving if they had signed up for your webhooks. That is really all of the getting started part of it. You can hop into your dashboard, which is going to be where you're going to set up your own app over here. You can go through here and see the demo app that we created for you. This is your API key for the app. So if you'd seen before in the request, we had this ID here. We've given you an easy way to grab that ID from the UI. These are the subscribers that have subscribed to your application, the webhook events that you've created, and then the inbound messages that have come in. You can even hop into your subscribers and see the details of who have they invited, do they have any active users, and then view the details of the request. Of the endpoint. That's really it. I also wanted to point out that we have very robust API docs that should cover all of the scenarios to getting started. And we are constantly updating our developer resources, which will walk you through what I just talked through and some more details around resources, examples, everything that you would need. But if there's anything else that you need, please don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help you and want to get you set up and started as quickly as possible. Thanks.